All right, so after a long break, we're back again with Wine Wednesdays. So today I decided to talk about something that was actually a request from one of the members. They wanted me to debunk the Merlot hatred myth. So I think this really dates back to the film Sideways, done in, I think it was 2006 or 2008, that one of the characters in the show had this affinity for Pinot Noir and hated Merlot. He basically said, I'm not ordering Merlot, it's garbage wine, all of this stuff, which actually ended up lowering the sales of Merlot in the United States because of this movie. So there's been this kind of long-term hatred of Merlot and thinking that it's not good wine, and all of these wine snobs kind of had this feeling of, I thought I liked Merlot, I thought it was this great wine, and this movie ruined it for them.
Aye, aye, Captain, you got it.
And if they want to drink Merlot, we're drinking Merlot.
No, if anybody orders Merlot, I'm leaving. I am not drinking any Merlot!
Okay, relax, Miles. Jesus, no Merlot. Did you bring your Xanax?
So I'm here to debunk the myth. Merlot is an amazing wine. It's one of the best in the world. It's one of the largely planted in the world. So here we are. So there's a couple of reasons why I love Merlot so much. First of all, it has a lot of the flavors that I personally like and that a lot of people like in their wine. Cherry flavors, blackberry flavors. It can be light and fruity, like your California Merlot, similar to what we have by the glass at the club, or it can be this very complex, very age-worthy wine. If you think of some of the best wines in the world, like those of Right Bank Bordeaux, which is Chateau Cheval Blanc, we have Petrus, of course, from that region, which is Merlot dominant. These are the most highest priced wines in the world. And they are very age-worthy. You can age these for 10, 20, 30 years, and they're delicious. Not to mention this wine, especially if you compare it to something like Cabernet Sauvignon being so popular, it really is versatile, and maybe more so versatile than Cabernet. It is very good for wine and food pairing. It goes really well with a vast majority of things. You don't feel like you have to eat a steak when you have Merlot. It goes really well on its own, especially in those light fruity flavors. It goes really well with, heavy meats and delicious gourmet dishes. One of the most interesting things about Merlot as well is how much it differs in different regions of the world. So if you go to Hawke's Bay, for example, in Bordeaux blends, it really kind of takes on these spicy notes. You get more licorice, you get more blackberry, more of those earthy notes from cool climate regions. British Columbia is another great example of that. If you've tried Merlot from BC, BC tends to have kind of the spiciness that comes from the soil. So Merlot is very good at showing terroir like that. So you really do get a totally different style of Merlot from BC and New Zealand than you do from California per se. So Merlot really is a very interesting grape. It can be many different things, age-worthy or fruit-forward. It really is worth trying. It is not a bad wine by any means. It really is delicious, and you can kind of drink it and eat it with anything. So I encourage you to try Merlot. It is one of those wines that is very tough to sell on a list. So you'll see even our list at the club, we don't have much Merlot because it really doesn't sell, because it is similar in body style to a cab. So people just elect for the cab. I encourage you to try the Merlot. It is delicious. It's a crowd pleaser. You're always, for a dinner party, for example, it's never going to disappoint. Everyone's going to love the Merlot. So I encourage you to try it, and yay Merlot.